Hello, my crafty friends. It's Andrea from Prairie Sky Paper Crafts, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba. I have no idea if this is actually going to work because I had an idea this morning and thought I needed to play. So what we have here is the Simple Shammy, some basic white cardstock, Pacific Point ink, and the watercolor shapes stamp set. So I was watching a video today about a product that Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry, but it kind of got my brains thinking, because if you've been around here for more than a couple of days, you know how my brain works. And when I see something, it kind of needs to be tried to see what happens, because I am totally that crafter who, if somebody says you can't do something, I'm going to try and see if you can actually do it and find out for myself. And if this works, fantastic. If not, it's been a learning experience. Simple Shammy is going to get inked up anyway, because that's what you use it for. I am making a total hot mess with this ink pad, and I'm getting way bigger than I need to, but it's fine, because this is an experiment. And you know what? After this, I'm just going to flip the chamois over and wash it. That's the purpose of it anyway. Okay, so I had this idea for a background, so I want to try it and see if it works. I've got our Simple Shammy. It's ever so slightly damp. Now it was completely dry. I ran it under some super hot water to get it pliable again and gave it a really good wringing out before I went ahead and stamped it. I gave it a bit of a spritz of water. I'm going to give it another bit of a spritz just to kind of activate the ink. Now I'm probably going to get ink all over my hands, so we'll see what happens. Where did my ink pad go? So we're just going to press it down. I don't care if the back of my paper gets covered in ink. This is going to make sure that I give it a really good press down. All right, now let's flip this over and see what it looks like. Holy cow, it actually worked. All right, move that off to the side. We're going to give it a bit of a dry with our heat tool. Now, oh, I like this. It's kind of a fun, distressed background. You know what, maybe we should move the fabric so we don't burn down the joint. Now I am going to give it a really good dry. I kind of like the way that the Pacific Point is, I like the color that it's turning as well. That's one of the really cool things about the inks. You add color to them and they change color a little bit depending on how dark it is. This one that I did the other day, I added water. It's Blackberry Bliss, but it took a different hue when I added the water to it. Absolutely love it. All right. Okay, I'm going to call that dry. And then I'm going to trim this guy down. I love it when things work out the way that I had kind of halfway planned. Let's see, I want to do, what do I want to do? That's what I want to do. I'm going to cut. The reason that I'm going around the entire perimeter and trimming a little bit off of each is because I want to make sure that it's not, I don't have any white showing on the edges. Now I'm going to grab some of our Tahitian tie because I think these two colors are going to go really, really well together. So I'm just going to cut a traditional base size with this guy. Oh yeah, that's really pretty together. I think I may have mismeasured somebody. Let's see. Yeah, I did. All right, not a big deal. Card base will fix that. My husband's right outside the craft room, putting together our gazebo because we finally have some springtime weather. It's actually kind of starting to feel a little bit like summer, dare I say. We were supposed to have rain and yuck all week, but today turned out to be a beautiful sunny day. Okay. Not sure why I did all 4 sides. I usually only ever do 2, but it's fine. And I left my craft room door open because why not? And now both of the dogs are in here hanging with me. So if you hear grumping and growling, that's what it is. They've decided that they need to get the sillies run off. Now I am putting a little bit more adhesive on here than I normally would, just because I added water, so it's a little bit wafflier. Yeah, that's the technical term if you're wondering, than it normally would be. So give that a really good push. And I think, let's see, we've got a few options for stamp sets here. I think, so I'm going to put the chamois out of the way because it is still damp and I don't want it to get all over everything. But if my idea holds true, I might be able to still use our watercolor background. With the clear stamps, they do take on the color that you used. So they do stain, but wash them off and the ink doesn't transfer between sets. So I've got the larger one here, the circle from the watercolor shapes. And I'm going to do, together for the long haul, we're going to make an anniversary card, I think. Perfect, and it fits. So I'm just going to steal the back, try off this one. And we're going to grab, what are we going to grab? Oh, that's a good question. Gold? No, not gold. What are we going to do? We're just going to go in white. We're going to do tone on tone, I think. And Pacific Point again, but I'm going to scrap piece. I do want to kind of stamp it off a few times until I get, yeah, I think 3 is our magic number here. So 1, nope, that wasn't what I wanted to do. 1, 2, and then I am going to fussy cut, so I want to kind of get as close to the edge as I can so I don't, oh, that's pretty. 1, 2, 3, and then this guy. I am going to have to wash my block too because it's a lovely shade of Pacific Point right now as well. Gonna center for this. And scissors. You know, I put off getting the paper snips for a really long time and I have no idea why, because I grab them almost every single day. I've got the base of my table is metal. So I've got all kinds of metal hooks attached. Things are hanging off of them. I've got note papers. I've got a ruler hanging down there. What else is down there? Oh, my heat tool, which is, I think, perfect because it's the perfect cooling off spot. Okay. So we've got our together for the long haul. Now I am just going to zhuzh it up a tiny bit. And we're going to add some Pacific Point around the edges. And I'm just rolling it. Super easy, super simple, super quick. Because I'm not a terribly fussy crafter, never really have been. Yep, we're going to do that too. Okay. See, it's always handy. Ooh, maybe this one instead, actually. Yeah, we'll do that one instead. It's always handy to have the little tiny scraps laying. Ooh. Nope, not that. Sorry, I was distracted by some of the ways of the ocean paper, but we will let we will let that one be. 4 inches, perfect. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the longer one. 4 inches. 4 inch. Now I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I hope it's 4 inches. If not, I can always go back with a pair of scissors. Yeah, we'll do that one. You get back here so I don't miss you, because we all know how often I misplace stuff on my desk. Okay, we're going to do a strip, and a strip. Well, that should be enough for our adhesive. So we're going to kind of eyeball it straight. I'm going to do this guy on top. Oh, not quite right, but that's okay. Scissors. There we go. And the last piece here. Oh shoot, I did a little long on the, oh right, because this isn't 4 inches. Never mind. It's 3 3/4. We're good. Okay. And then we're going to put our little in it for the long haul there. Now I did have dimensionals on my desk. Well, I had them yesterday. Does not mean that they're here today. All right. Oh, there they are. Actually, quite luckily, they were right there with my dots that I want to use. I'm just using the minis. Minis or the regular size, it doesn't really matter. They both fit the same purpose. For circles, though, I do like to do 4 around the edge and 1 in the center, just so that it doesn't kind of tuck down. Oops. All right, together for the long haul. Put this slightly off to the side, I think. And then these are the In Color matte decorative dots. I am so in love with these guys, as you can tell, because I've practically got them all used. They are variegated, so it goes from the darker to the lighter, and there's various sizes as well. Take your pick. Here we go. So we've got Tahitian Tide. I think I might use the Starry Sky on this one, though. I'll do one there. I have a feeling I'm going to need to get these several times before this catalog ends. And then 1, 2, 3. So there you go. We have a new technique to create a background, completely discovered by accident and my willingness to experiment, using the He's All That stamp set, the watercolor shapes, which I absolutely love, circles, squares, and rectangles, and some of our new in colors. I really love how the Pacific Point kind of faded to almost the same tone with a little bit of water application. It's absolutely perfect, actually. You know what? We're just going to add a little tiny bit of Stella to the windows. Why not? All right, so there you go. If you try this, I would absolutely love it if you would pop over to my Facebook VIP group, which is linked down below, and show me your creation. If you are in Canada and would like to shop with me, that is also linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you're notified every single time a brand new video goes live. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and have a great day.